What's up, people? So this is totally off the cuff and everything, but I thought I'd just give a kind of an update on like how bodybuilding's going. This is my first prep, first time really doing the bodybuilding lifestyle. And I just thought I'd kind of give you an update. So I've been doing it. I've been working with Nick Langer since January, like beginning of January. And so it's been about 3 months I've been doing this. And honestly, I love it. I really do. I love the discipline. I love the challenge of like, I don't know, like I think Nick just posted something on Instagram about, this bodybuilding is just a competition against you. I wrestled in high school briefly until I destroyed my body. And, that's kind of how wrestling is too. It's you against your opponent, but really in everything, your real competition is yourself. So I think that's what I like about it. I like, seeing how disciplined I can be. The more strict you are with your diet and your training and your recovery and water and everything, the more disciplined you are, the better the final outcome will be. So I think that's why I really like it. So yeah, that's one point of why I like bodybuilding. What's another point? If you're trying to get into bodybuilding, by the way, I'm sorry, I have no points. I have no schedule of how I'm gonna go about this little video. But if you're trying to get in bodybuilding, first thing I've learned that's crucial: be able to financially support this hobby. It's not cheap, come to find out. There's you're paying for a lot of food, and I'm not even on the heavy end of food. I'm still technically cutting. Once I start really bulking, like I'll probably have a couple months bulking coming up here, and I'm gonna be shoveling in some food, and it's not cheap. I'm not saying you have to be like doing incredibly well for yourself, but you have to be able to support it financially, because you got the food, you got the coach, you have to pay the coach himself, you gotta pay for the supplements. You gotta make the time, and you gotta make that financial sacrifice. You gotta make social sacrifice. That's another thing I've struggled with is my social life. Most of you who follow me are my friends, and I apologize because I can't go out and do a lot of things with you guys, and that's probably the biggest thing is managing your social life, because you can't go out to eat. You can't go out and have a drink with your friends. It kind of sucks, and you can't stay out late. You gotta get your recovery in. That in that regard, just because I'm a social guy, it kind of sucks. But in the end, you gotta stay focused, and you gotta keep your eyes on the prize and really kind of get dialed in. And that's another thing I like about it. But yeah, that's, and I'll go in, I'll be honest, like, I've messed up on my diet. I've had people come out to Seattle and visit me, and as much as you want to say like, hey, I can't go out to eat with you, I'm kind of still transitioning. So, I messed up, I went out to eat, I was as healthy as I could, going out to eat wise, I don't know if that's even the thing, but, I've kept it to mainly sushi. Sushi is my cheat meal, even though I'm not supposed to have any cheats. Sorry, Nick. I'm working on that, and it's not like it's been happening all the time, but, the times where I've had people visit me, it's hard. And so there's a lot of sacrifices that come along with bodybuilding. But right now I'm sitting around 205, 206. Which is wild because I haven't been below like 218 since my senior year of high school, and I'm pretty lean right now. for me, you know, I'm nowhere near like stage lean, but for just myself, I'm pretty lean, and it feels it's pretty good. So yeah, and we're cutting. I still feel good, you know. I'm not like starving myself or by any means like that. So just know you can cut and not die. You can cut to the point where you have abs and not like be starving. So know it's possible. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if I have any other thoughts. Training wise, I'm digging training. Actually, it's going really well. Because you know, starting out, I've had knee problems. I actually have a partially torn tendon in my patella tendon. Yeah. And so that's caused me knee pain, and that's actually started to go away. I've actually been able to push that pretty hard, which is pretty cool. So I feel like I'm making progress there. My biggest weak point, I think, are my legs. I blame that partially on, you know, injuries and surgeries I've had on my lower body, and also mainly that. I mean, I don't want to give too many excuses because I've mainly just been a little wimp. But I don't know. Nick, my coach, again, kind of made a reel a couple months ago where, you know, on a leg day you have to go to a pretty dark spot to actually make things grow. So that's been my goal with every leg day, you know, keeping my body intact first, but after that it's been my goal to just get to like that area in your mind where, like, I don't know how to describe it, just like a dark place where you're gonna push until you can't push no more, and then you're gonna push some more after that. So that's been my goal every time on a leg day, because legs, man, I need to get my legs up. So anyway, this is a long video. It's like 7 minutes long. I'm probably not gonna edit any of this, and yeah, so if you listen to this, thank you. And I'm gonna figure out how to put this on Instagram.